Right, welcome to episode 6 of our Burrows and Badgers campaign, the Northymbrian Revolt. Okay, today we are basically going to have a new kid on the block, and the rogues have come to town. Okay, so storyline behind this scenario, because it's not one you'll find in the Burrows and Badgers book, is that this new bunch of rogues have turned up and are being particularly bolshy. And what they've done, they've found this Royalist patrol. And as one of the Royalist members went off to relieve himself, probably cocking a leg up against a tree or something, and basically they've nabbed him and they've taken him back to their hamlet stronghold of Little Farthing, and basically going to hold him capture on the hope to try and secure a ransom for him. Unfortunately, the Royalists, realising that their guy has disappeared, have tracked them back to the hamlet, and rather than give them a ransom, want to give them a good hiding. So they are basically going to be trying to rescue their sort of warband colleague and get him back in the fight. And this is how this bunch of rogues are going to start to appear on the scene in the campaign. So it will be fought between Ed and Sam. They will be here shortly. Ed will be doing his best with his Royalists, having come from victory in the last battle that they fought. And obviously this is going to be Sam's first venture into the campaign. So the rules are quite simple. The rogues will hold a randomly selected member of the Royalists in a jail, okay, which will be a building designated on the board. The Royalists will need to get to that building, secure the building, spend a turn basically unleashing their fellow, and the Royalists will win if they can get their chap off the board on the side that they entered. So they need to get in, grab him and get out. Okay, we will cap this at 8 rounds. Okay, so effectively there is a time limit involved in succession. If they release him, it will be a draw. If they get him off the table, they will win. If they fail to release him, it will be a rogue victory. Okay, so without further ado, we will get on with the game. And obviously it's a spectacular game, so just subscribe and then you'll get to see all the rest. Alright, see you soon, and yep, I'll be commentating and videoing from distance. Okay, thank you. Okay then, so here we are in the hamlet of Little Farthing. We have a nice little river running through, got a cross section of road coming through. We have some little signage here, wanted, dead or alive look. Oh no. Okay, so the free beasts, no free beasts at all, the rogues have deployed, and they've managed to steal the squirrel from the Royalists. So he's currently locked up, and obviously armour is securely away from him, and he's double-handed halberdy thing. So that's them all set up in hiding. And then on the other side we have the Royalist relief party. So we have the hare and a mouse coming up towards the graveyard, and the rest of the guys are all coming down by the main road section to Little Farthing. So here we go, turn 1. Okay then, so not a lot to report in turn 1. Basically the rogues all sort of held their ground and basically all went into hiding. The Royalists naturally have moved up. The only real noticeable exceptions are the 2 archers for the Royalists, who have moved up into a position where they can subsequently hide themselves. So into turn 2 roll off, so hopefully a little bit more action coming up. Okay, so the otter moved from the wall to the fence line by the river. Unfortunately, the hiding mouse in the graveyard opened up with fast shot, so shot him twice. Did ambush him completely, so he wasn't aware of it at all. And with the fast shot, that was 2 lots of 2 damage plus the damage from the or the strength of the crossbow. So total of 8 wounds on the otter. Okay, next activation. Okay, so the owl has moved up to the broken cart and hidden. That's to the side of the board. And activation back over to Sam. And McNutter has moved up to the fence line ready to pounce onto the bridge next turn. And the mouse has gone into hiding. Back to the Royalists.
I've got no choice.
Okay, so the Royalist Warlord has moved up to the edge of the bridge. Okay, and Sam, are you going to instigate any ambushes?
Yes.
Okay, so ambush coming up from the Otter. So your concealment versus the dog's awareness. Okay, so the Otter is going to try and take the dog off guard here as he lumbers towards the bridge. Ed has put 1 fate point in and Sam has put 2 in. So let's see what happens. Oh dear. Waste of fate points there, I think. Right, okay, so the rogues rolled a 2 and Ed rolled a 4. So we'll just work that out. Right, okay, so with all the modifiers, Ed's guy has basically spotted the Otter. Sam's now going to be at -2 for the shot, and he's also on -2 due to wound increments. He's thrown 2 fate in again, burning through them, and Ed's also thrown 1 in to obviously try and keep his guy alive. So let's see what happens this time. 6.
6.
Okay, so that's a perfect roll though for Ed on a 6, not for you. So that becomes the 13. So absolutely no damage at all from that attack. Right, okay, so now the mouse is going to counter ambush the Otter, and it's going to be a case of both putting fate in and rolling and see what we get.
6.
Okay, so that's a definite success from Ed's mouse on a perfect roll of a 6. Even with all the modifiers, he's won by loads, and now it's a straight shot onto the Otter. It is at -2 for cover and the barricade.
Go for another one.
Okay. And 4 is the best. So that is 4 points of damage onto the Otter. -2 for the cover is going to be 2 damage.
+2 for the wounds?
No, because it's not roll off.
Oh.
Yep. So 2 points of damage. The wildcat has sneaked up to the bridge and hidden under the bridge like a troll. Okay, back over to Ed, who's just got the hair left.
To go.
Yeah, hair left.
So I'm going to move to there.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously our second action will be another move.
Okay, so it's a sprint action.
Yeah, so it'll be a sprint.
Okay.
So you need to decide if you're going to ambush with him, when you're going to ambush.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
Would you need to do a swim test for that?
No.
No.
I'm how I just jump it.
He's
of course.
leap. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as he can clear it, which he just did,
Yeah.
landed on the bank, he's okay.
And then, well, we might as well. I can't charge you.
So you can.
He's still hiding, remember, from last
Yeah.
time.
Yes, you can't see him. Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, of course, yeah. You hit
You
it.
Just
can't,
so
move,
you-
you can't move into base.
So we're going to go there.
Okay. And then over to Sam.
So,
You've got the wizard and the Highland Terrier left.
and the kingfisher.
Oh, and the kingfisher.
Kingfisher's just going to hide.
Okay.
Actually, no.
So the kingfisher's made a dart out of out of cover from behind the mushroom house as the hare got a bit close, and like a bullet has flown across the river, across the road, and into the next county, where he's about 1.5 inches away from a mouse. In fact, obviously, as this is Sam's game, we're going to make sure that he's more than 2 inches away, so that he would get a charge bonus if he gets the first go. All right.
There we go.
Okay, so the wizard has cast Bear Strength on the wildcat and also used Bone Fragments to increase it to Strong 4. That will last until the adder takes any wounds. The Highland Terrier has hidden as a sort of foil in case anyone tries to attack the adder. Can't think who might be doing that. Oh, there's an owl. No, it's not. It's hiding. We didn't see it. Right. Okay. So that's the end of the turn. So onwards with the next turn. Okay, so the mouse at the graveyard, rather than taking on the kingfisher who's threatening him, it has decided to pour more power onto the otter. So he's at +2 for standing still, but -2 for range, cover and partial line of sight. So the otter is going to be at -1 for the wound increment. Straight roll-offs, both putting fate in.
85.
And a perfect roll by the otter. So the otter survives this, and a total miss by the mouse.
Second shot.
And second shot coming up. A 1. And an 8 again. Okay, wasting your 8s on 1s. Okay, so that is the mouse activation over with double shot. Hopefully you've still got some crossbow bolts left. And over to Sam. Right, so the otter, fear of her life from the hare, has tracked back towards the bridge, and using a lead shot, going to open up and slingshot the hare. Hopefully, thrown a fate in. Sam has, and Ed hasn't. So, see what we get.
7.
7. Okay, so you're a 7, but you're at -3 cover, partial, and 1 wound. Takes you down to a 4. You miss, and as such, no damage. Okay, so the ignore the squirrel, he's in the jail, but the hare has now got to the back of the jail, ready to try and do some shenanigans. Okay, and back to Sam. Okay, right, so the mouse down by the boarded up house is going to shoot at the otter. Sam's going to be at -1 for having a wound. The mouse is going to be +2 but -2. So straight roll off, no fate.
6.
That could be a dead otter. So that's going to be 6 + 7, 13. 13 minus the 1 that you rolled is 12. You haven't got any tough on her, so it's 12 damage.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, so the otter's out of action and been sniped by the little mouse. They're so horrible, those mice. Okay, kingfisher with a fate against the mouse. It's straight roll off. Sam has added 1 fate point. And he does get the 6. Okay, so 6 becomes 13. Okay, minus the 3 that Ed rolled takes it down to 10. +2 for the charge takes it back up to 12. So you win by 12.
-1 for light armour.
No, wins by 12. Then, because you're using your sword with 2 hands, +1, so that effectively takes it to 13 damage, minus the light armour, which gives him tough 1, takes it down to 12. So 12 points of damage on the mouse, and that'll be 3 wound increments. Ouch. That's what a kingfisher can do. Right, okay, so as the owl has snuck round the corner, the mouse has unleashed his ambush and firing at him, but quite heavy penalties because there's too many eyes on him at the minute. So, but it is a D8 he's rolling against the D8 of the owl. Yeah, go for it. And a 1 is definitely not going to do it. So you definitely don't catch the owl off guard, which is well, very thematic. Owl versus mouse,
which is spot the hidden mouse.
Yes. Okay. So you now get to shoot at him, but it's at -2. However, you are at +2 for standing still, so effectively that's going to nullify that. So it's your range versus the nimbleness of the owl, but. Okay, you use a bodkin arrow. Yep.
Yes.
And throwing a fate in. Right, so here we go.
8.
Oh. So perfect roll for the owl. Just banks to the left and does a quick roll as the bodkin arrow flies under him. And nothing there. So if you want to finish your move, Ed?
Yep.
Okay, so the dog has declared a sprint, and at the end of his first part of his move, Sam has decided to unleash the ambush. So obviously he's going to lose his charge bonus, but he's hoping to get the surprise. The reason behind that, he was concerned about getting past Nutter. I think that's probably, we'll call that the fairest way of doing it, other than the fact that Sam made a mistake. Okay, so we're going to work out the ambush and see how we get on. Okay, so both chucking fate in, and let's see how we get on with the ambush. 5 is the best Sam gets.
Double natural 6.
Double natural 6. So the ambush has failed, so the dog is aware that the cat is about to pounce. So the cat pounces and still gets to attack, but it's not going to be ignoring any blocks. So
in fairness, crouching down next to a bridge, not that sneaky.
I'm a cat.
yeah, he was pretending to be a troll.
Because it's not that big, all I can see is this bum and tail wiggling in anticipation.
Right, okay, so he charges in.
So it's mine. Oh, I'm a natural hunter, so I can't roll perfect anyway.
No.
Oh no, that's shooting. I can't
Yeah.
roll perfect.
Okay, let's go.
4, 10.
Oh, okay, so the cat, having failed the
This
ambush,
was worth it.
has still done some damage. So 10 plus 7, 17.
Yep.
You've got no other benefits to your strikes. That's 17 minus the 2 for the failed ambush takes you down to 15.
Yep.
Okay. Ed's got 4, so it takes that down to 11. He's also got the shield, which takes it down 3, so that'll be down to 8.
Yep.
So you win the strike by plus 8. Okay. You now add your strength, so you're natural strong,
Yeah, I'm naturally strong too.
and you're the plus 4 from the wizard's spell, bear strength or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So effectively it takes you 6, so it takes you up to 14. Then we minus the tough of the dog,
It's tough 3.
tough 3. So what did we just say? Was it 14?
Yeah.
14 minus 3, 11 damage.
And then armor. Oh, that is the tough
that
one,
is
the armor.
that is that. So 11 damage on the dog. So that was fairly brutal, and the dog now is in trouble.
One shy of it's 2.
Okay, so now the Royalists have 2 heavily wounded creatures on their side, and the rogues are missing their female otter who got headshotted earlier. Right, okay, so turn 4 and roll off. So it's Ed's going for the extra fate. So here we go.
6.
3.
Okay, Ed wins. So Ed gets to activate first. What are you going with?
Right.
So many decisions.
There it is. Yeah. So, if the owl attacks the mouse,
Yes.
the mouse is no longer guarding the building.
Well, the mouse is next to the building, so we said that the mouse basically has to be away from that. So you need to kill the mouse.
One go.
Not necessarily. Could take 2, because the squirrel could go around and give him a bop on the head as well. 6 turns left.
The squirrel's in the building.
Yeah.
The squirrel's technically in the building. Yeah.
But the hair could go around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You basically can't pick the lock whilst there's
Yeah.
a mouse nearby. There's a hostile.
In the lock.
Well, it's small enough technically.
So, do I charge the owl into the mouse?
Option 1.
Option 1. Hare can charge the mouse.
Option 2.
Option 2.
They could both charge the mouse.
Not at the same time, they can't, unfortunately.
No.
Or does McNutter charge the cat to damage the cat? But then the owl's going to get charged, and if the owl gets charged, it's naffed. So the owl's going to charge the mouse. It's the only sensible option.
Okay, so there we go. So in he goes. Right, okay. So
Initiate caw-caw.
combat. So block of the mouse versus strength of the owl. The owl will be at +2 for the charge. Has the mouse got a hand weapon? So you're at -2 for being unarmed.
Right, I'm going to throw in a fate because
Oh, here we go.
because I know what the owl's like.
Okay, all right, here we go. So
4.
all right, okay. Now, 4 is the best that Ed's got with the owl, but Sam has rolled a natural 4, so that becomes 11.
Yep.
-2 for being unarmed is 9. 4 for the owl +2 for the charge, 6. So the owl does nothing against the mouse. Oh, Brother Martin from Redwall Abbey.
The owl's an idiot. But on the plus side, the mouse isn't shooting him.
No, there is that. The mouse can't shoot now because he's in combat. Okay, and it's back to Sam. So Sam's opted to pile more pressure on the Free Beast boss. The Royalist boss. And has thrown Fate in. Ed, trying to keep him alive, has also thrown Fate in.
6.
Oh, okay. So the 6 of the dog becomes 13. -2 for the damage. Takes him down to 11. Plus the shield takes him back up to about 14. that is no damage at all by the cat. So the dog has survived that round, and back over to Ed. So Ed, your next activation.
Right.
Okay, so McNutter's charging in. Okay, so he's not getting any charge bonus, but he is charging in against the cat. So McNutter is going to be on straight strike. The cat is going to be at -2 because he's involved in a combat.
And I'm going to be going 2 hands on the sword.
2 hands on the sword. Okay.
You didn't get those, no. Do I burn the last one? Might be worth it for a decent hit, because if I can take his leader out as well. Who's your second? The dog?
The otter.
Oh, so if I can take the leader out?
Yeah, then you auto win. Yeah. Okay, go for it. 7, decent roll.
It's a 6! Double 6!
Okay, so that'd be 13.
Yep.
Then -7 is going to -5 actually, because you're -2 for the extra combat. So 13 -5 is 8. So it's 8 points of damage. Okay, you got a shield on him.
Yes.
So it's another -2, so 6.
And I'm a tough one.
Okay, hang on, 6. So it's 6 to the strike value, because that's the strike, is a win of 6 to Ed. Then Ed doesn't have any strong bonus with the mouse,
No,
does he?
just the double-handed.
Yep, so that's +1. So he's using single weapon with 2 hands. So that takes it up to 7, then minus your tough.
1.
So he takes it down to 6 points of damage. Okay, so, and 1 wound increment. Okay.
What does the talisman do?
Ah, right, talisman. So the talisman burns, okay, and you automatically ignore
D6.
Is it D6 or D8? I've got a feeling it's D8, you know. Talisman. Let's see if I can quickly find it. Talisman. Here we go. Talisman. Reduce the first wound suffers by D8. 2. So you take a further 2 off, so it's 4 points damage, which is still the first wound increment.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yep. 4 damage and your talisman's now exploded.
Yep.
Okay. So the Kingfisher's still wielding this sword with 2 hands or 2 wings or 2 claws or whatever. Over by the graveyard. Oh, he does win just. So Ed is 2, -3, but he can't go below 0.
Yeah, so 1.
So no, he can't go below 0, so he's on 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well done, Sam. Yep, clearly not a maths teacher. So you're at 3.
Yep.
Okay, so you win by 3. You then have +1 for the sword, 2-handed, 4, so it's 4 points of damage on the mouse, minus armour.
Yeah.
So you've got light armour, so 3 points of damage.
1, 2, 3. It's another wound, but he's alive.
Okay. Okay, so unfortunately the mouse is failed his fearsome test off camera, so he's at -3 against the owl as he fights back. Does get a natural 6 though versus a natural 4, so oh my god, I've got to work this out. Right, okay, so 6 + 7, 13. -3 for fear.
14.
What?
No.
10.
There's too many numbers.
Right, 10. Alright, -2 because you haven't got a hand weapon.
Yeah.
8 versus 11 because 4 + 7 is 11. So the owl, even though you got the higher score, is a lad. He's okay because you were scared of him. If you weren't scared of him, you would have done some damage. Okay, right, back to Ed. We've got the massive dog, the mouse fighting the...
Mouse is going to hit him back.
Yeah,
Might as
okay,
well.
so mouse is at -4 versus the Kingfisher. And
it's only a 3.
0, so you
Nothing
don't
for
need
me.
to roll because that ain't going to do anything. And back over to Sam, who has the mouse and the sorry, not the mouse, the
Dog and the
adder and the dog still to go.
I think the dog's going to go in to the owl.
Going to go?
Yeah.
Okay, fearsome test. So your fortitude versus the presence of the owl.
8.
Okay, so you're scared of the owl flapping around all over. Oh, mate, birds, scary. Right, not just the feathered kind either. Right. Again, see previous video comments about Colville. Right, okay, so you're at -3, but you are charging, so you're effectively at -1.
Yep.
Okay, because you're getting a +2 for charge.
Yep.
Okay, so roll off your strike versus the...
3.
Okay,
5.
so you do win it, because you're 4 versus 3. So you win. So you win by 1. Okay. In fact, you win by 3 because the mouse is also fighting the owl, so you get -2 for that. So effectively, you are won by 3. You've got a double-handed weapon, which adds, I think it was
+3.
+3, so it takes you up to 6, minus the light armor of the owl.
5.
5 damage.
Strong 1.
Oh, and strong run, so it's back to 6 damage.
5, 6. I've taken a wound.
Yep. Okay. So
You could do the honest
some
stuff.
feathers splattered around there.
Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, could have been.
That's probably the least hard he's ever been punched.
Yeah. Well, fortunately for fear, because obviously, if not, that would have been 2 wounds.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So back to Ed, and got the dog and the hare left.
So the dog is going to punch the...
Okay. So the cat will be at -3 for this. Okay, 2 for having opponents and 1 for the wound. The dog is also going to be at -1, so effectively we'll just call it -2 in Ed's favour.
Who is the dog attacking?
Yeah, the dog. Yeah, the massive dog on the bridge. 7.
5.
Okay, so effectively you're down to 3, so Ed wins by 4. What strong you got?
strong on Winstonius is strong 3.
Strong 3.
And I will also... Oh no,
hang
I
on.
use my block.
Actually, you've got a shield, haven't you?
Yes.
So -2. So what do we say you won by?
I might as well use my weapon two-handed, get the extra +1 in.
Yes, you could do. Right. Okay. So 7 versus 5. You were at -3. Takes you down to 2. He was down to 6. So 6 versus 2 was 4. You've got a shield though as well.
Yeah, a tough one.
No, ignore that for a minute.
Yeah.
So that's 4. Down to 2. So Ed actually won by 2. Okay. So he's then +1 for his hand weapon, using it two-handed. So it takes him up to 3 damage. Strong.
3.
Strong 3 takes it up to 6. What's your tough?
1.
Tough 1 takes 5 damage.
5 damage.
Okay, and another wound increment.
Another bracket.
So here we go. The adder mage is now going in. Okay, so combat from a mage. Who'd have thought it?
It's my fortitude.
Yeah, fortitude. Okay, versus presence of the owl. Oh no!
But you don't beat me.
No, you don't beat him. So yeah,
You scared of me.
still scared of him. Right. Okay. So the owl is at -1 for wounds. Yeah.
Yep.
-3 for the combat. So
Yep.
4. So you're still at +1. Even though you've not got a weapon, you've got unarmed fighter, so you're not getting the -2. Okay. So you're at +1 for this on your strike roll.
Let's see what he gets.
And that's right.
And a 1. Right. Okay. Okay. We didn't work this out.
Go for it.
Right, so the mage has gone in and got a perfect 8, which takes him up to 15. Okay, -3 for being fearful of the owl takes him down to 12. But he did charge, takes him back up to 14.
Yeah.
So he has a strike value of 14. Okay, the owl is on 0 because he rolled a 1 and he was at -3. So it takes him down to 0.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's what was that, 13, wasn't it?
14.
14. So it's 14 points of damage, less weak becomes 13 because he's a spellcaster, so he's not as strong. So it's 13 points of damage, less armour, 1, takes it down to 12. 12 points of damage.
He's dead.
That has just killed the owl. So an adder arm with a staff has just managed to kill the owl.
I didn't even get to use the poison.
No, didn't even get to use your poison. What? Oh man, love this game. Right, okay, so there we go. The owl is out of action. So he's gone. Hare has charged round the corner into the mouse, try and free the guard of the prison to try and get his body out. So straight roll off, d4 on the mouse. 1, not good.
4.
And a 4.
Rubbish.
Not brilliant.
I'm going to use my lucky charm. I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay, so lucky charm is used for the. That's on that model, yeah.
Yeah, that's on that model.
3.
It's worse for 3.
Because it's not a fate point, you've got to take the 3 now. So 3 versus 1, you win by 2. Okay. You did charge by more than that, so that's 4, takes it up to. You're using your hand weapons with 2 hands, effectively, so it's a 5, natural strong.
Yep.
6, no defense on the mouse, so 6 points of damage. Okay. And I think that concludes the turn.
It does.
It does. Yeah, okay. So 6 points damage on the mouse. So roll off for turn 5. The rogues roll 3.
We keep it.
6. So the royalists keep the advantage of first activation. And what are you going with? Okay, so the bulldog is going to hit the cat. Effectively, he's at a plus. Well, he's at -1. Sam's going to be at -2 for wounds, -2 for the dual combat. So effectively, Sam's going to be at -3. So we'll just go with that.
Watch him roll the perfect. There we go.
Oh, so Sam gets a
Nothing.
perfect defense. Nothing from the dog. Okay. Okay, so the cat's going to activate and attack McNutter. Wee McNutter. So he's going to use a healing potion first, so d6. 2 wounds off.
Oh, I'm out of that bracket though.
Okay. So now down to only -1 against McNutter. So it's going to be... Oh, yes, you need to do a fearsome
Yes,
check.
I did.
So your presence versus the mouse's fortitude.
D8.
Does it have to be yours, or when your leader's nearby, can you use the leader?
No, because it's him that's scared of the dog. The cat, sorry. So, yep, so you roll off win. So you are at -3 to your block. Okay, so roll your strike, Sam. 6 versus 2, so the 2 goes down to a 0. Okay, because his fear calls in. The 6 drops to a 5 because you're wounded.
Yep.
Okay, so you win by 5. All right. You are natural strong.
Yep.
So that becomes 6. Obviously, the shield also is because the shield would add 1 to that, but then you're -3, so you're still on 0.
Bear strength.
So you're on 6, and then bear strength takes you up to 10.
No, he's wounded. He's lost that now.
No, it's the
adder.
It's the mage that's got to be wounded.
Oh, is it? I thought it was until the time.
no, until the adder wound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the spells he can't cast it on anybody else until the adder takes a wound.
Right,
That's still in
okay.
play. So that is 10 points of damage versus McNutter. So 2 wound increments, and halfway to death.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so the mouse and the hare are duking it out again.
Watch him roll a 4 again.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, 3,
no.
so he's down to a 2.
It's only a 4.
so Ed wins by 2, which becomes 3 with his hand weapon. Natural strong.
Yep.
Becomes 4. So it's another 4 points of damage. Okay, not enough to do much, but it is on 2 wound increments. Okay, right.
I swear the upgrade to the D12s was awful.
It's more the fact you called a 4 and then rolled a 4.
Yeah.
Okay, Sam, your activation.
Scored nothing.
Okay, so the mouse and the kingfisher are duking it out once more. So the mouse is at -4, so he's down to 0.
I'm going to use my hand weapon as a...
Yep.
He's dead. He's
He's
literally
dead.
got 1 wound left.
Yeah, so that's him gone. So that's 2 down now for the royalists.
Right.
Okay, and back to the royalists for their activation.
Shoot that wizard in the back.
It was bound to happen at some point. Right, have we got clear line of sight, or is the bulldog partially in the way? I think
No, the bulldog's partially in the way.
Yep, so you're getting -1 to this. So nimbleness of the adder.
He's a snake.
Okay, so the mouse is standing still, so +2. All right. Okay. So, right. So it's a 4 plus 2 becomes 6. Down to 5 because it's partial line of sight. So the mouse has got a total of 5 versus 1. So that's 4 points of damage. You are a spellcaster with 1 spell, so you are delicate 1.
Yeah.
So the what do we say? 4 points of damage becomes 5 points of damage. And more importantly, the wildcat now loses his bear strength. Okay?
Yeah.
Because the mage has taken damage. Okay, so the adder has cast bear strength onto the terrier. And it's back to Ed.
So all I've got is McNutter versus...
Yep, so McNutter is at -2. The cat is at -3 due to the added fact that the dog's there and he's got 1 wound. So effectively, Sam is at -1 for this roll.
I needed a 6 any time.
So down to a 0, and Ed rolls a 4. So that is going to be 4 points of damage, 4 points of strike minus your shield, which is 2, takes it down to 2 points of damage, and tough 1, so only 1 point of damage.
Oh, that literally puts me in the next bracket though.
All right, well there you go. That's what it's all about. So it becomes a 2.
Or back over.
And that's McNutter done and Ed done. So all we've got left to finish the round off, because the mouse has gone, hasn't he?
No.
Oh, has the mouse not gone yet?
No.
Okay, so the terrier charges in. He's unfortunately just inside 2 inches, so he's not getting a charge bonus, but he has got now the extra strength, so he's as long as he wins this roll off, he could do some serious damage to the hare. The hare is at -2. Okay, and the dog is at normal, so go for it.
Oh, 2.
7.
Not going to be enough. So the hare blocks the attack from the terrier, and it's back to Sam to activate the mouse, who can now have a go. So he's at -2 for wounds, but the hare's also at -2, but the mouse is unarmed, so he's -2 for the roll off.
Yep.
5, so it takes it at 3. Does actually win by 1, but he's got no strength, and the hare's got light armour, so that's going to be blocked by the armour. So as the mouse tries to scratch the hare's eyes out.
The first time light armour has ever paid for itself.
Okay, so that is the end of turn 5 and turn 6. Here we go. Roll off.
3.
Cock dice.
Off the table. Roll again.
Oh, that was a 6.
2. So the rogues win the initiative. So turn 6, and Sam has finally won an initiative. So first action is going to be the wildcat leader of the rogues. He's going to drink another potion, and 5 points off this time. Okay, so he's still at -1, is he?
Still at -1.
Yep. Okay, and he's going to attack McNutter. So fearsome check.
Oh, it's my fortitude, isn't it?
3.
6.
Okay, so he's still scared of the cat. So McNutter's at effectively -5.
A natural 6.
It is a natural 6, so he's still going to need a decent roll here.
Oh, 8.
All right, okay, so 6 plus 7 is 13. -5 takes him down to 8. What you got?
8.
8, but you don't actually have any bonuses and you're at -1, so actually you do no damage because the mouse got the 6. Okay, so activation lost and advantage over to the Royalists.
Now, do we hit the cat? Or do I shoot the adder in the back again to try to get rid of that spell? But then you can always try to recast it.
So you want to ideally wait until the adder's activated, but you don't have the activations at the minute because you're 2 down.
So we'll start off with the bulldog hitting
Okay.
the cat.
So bulldog's at -1, cat's at -3 due to wound and other people. So that is going to be a -2 in Ed's favour. So Sam's at -2.
5.
So 3.
Oh, 2 again.
So nothing. So they're just duking it out there by the bridge. Okay, back to Sam. Advantage rogues.
So the cat's been. So the dog He's going to hit the hare.
Okay, so the hare is going to be at -2 for this.
6.
8.
Okay, and that's natural 8, so yeah, no, we're going to do anything there. Okay.
So, hare will hit the mouse.
Okay.
Because it might as well.
Yep.
It's not going to get any better.
So the mouse looking for a natural to have a chance.
Oh, there it is.
11!
Oh, right, okay, so, so 4 plus 7 is 11 for the mouse, but -2 for the wounds, takes him down to 9.
Yeah.
The hare is 11, so wins by 2, then adds 1 for having strong, and 1 for the double-handed weapon. So effectively back up to 11. No, you only get that in your defending. So that's 11. However, yeah, 11. Yeah, so it's 11 points of damage, which would be enough to kill the mouse.
We've got the key!
The mouse is gone. For the scenario point of view, the hare manages, as he's hacked the mouse, the key flies up into the air, and he reaches out a hand and grabs the key. So he now has the key to the prison. Okay, and 2 casualties each. So back to the rogues. The Kingfisher has flown onto the bridge and effectively cock blocked the mouse from shooting the adder again. Right, so Nutter is going to go in against the cat. So not going to do anything with a 0. Okay, so...
Oh yeah, fearsome test comes first.
Oh, I won't make it. No, we forgot that and you rolled it, so nope. You'd be at -5 anyway then if you've lost that, so there we go. There you roll anyway. 1. Right, okay, dice gods never lie. Right, okay, so it's just the adder left to activate, so it's whether he decides to leave the spell on the terrier or cast it back onto the cat.
I'd cast it back on the cat.
Does mean a dice roll. You would be at +3 for standing still, +1 for mage's focus, -1 for that. You'd need a 1, so it's going to be an auto cast.
Yeah, we'll cast it.
There's only a 3 to.
We'll take it off the dog, put it back on the cat.
Okay, so you don't need to roll because you only need a 1. Yep. Okay, so the cat now has strength of the bear or whatever it's called.
Yep.
Right. Okay, that is the end of turn.
The mouse is going to punch the.
Which one? Oh yeah, the mouse. Oh, I forgot about the mouse.
activated.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So the little mouse is going to try and punch the. Has he got a weapon?
No.
No,
It's
he's
got a bow,
unarmed.
so
So he's -2. 2.
it's a 2 for me.
And for the Kingfisher, a 3. So no damage, only got +1 for the buckler as well.
He's after the second one.
Okay, so that is the end of the turn. So we're into turn 7. Okay, and roll off.
6.
5.
So rogues get it again.
Nice.
So
Excuse me.
okay, so the cat's going to use his last healing potion.
1.
Oh, and he takes 1 off.
Oh, he's still in the bracket.
Okay, so
Not a sphere test.
2, almost certainly going to fail unless he's absolutely.
No,
so
-3.
so effectively -5, but you're at -1, so +4 in favour of Sam.
No, it's a 1.
Natural 10.
Oh, that's a dead. We don't even have to work that one out. Okay, so McNutter has gone. He's out of action, and it's back over to the Royalists.
Right, the hare is going to release the prisoner.
So he's going to... Right, so first thing he's got to do, he's got to get away from the terrier. Okay, so he's got to move into the building to release him. So his action is a special one for this scenario, which is the release action, but he will need to do a nimbleness versus strike as the terrier hits him.
So D6.
Okay.
6.
1.
Gonna hurt. So it's +5. Now you took the strong off of him. Yeah. Okay. But he has got a double-handed weapon. So 5 +3 +1 is 9. -1 for the armour and -1 for the dice roll. So 7 points of damage. So it's quite a nasty hit.
It's a wound.
Yeah, but it does now activate the squirrel. So the squirrel is now in-game and can activate this turn freely. Okay, and remember the scenario is he's got to get off the table and he's got 3 turns in which to do it. So he can either fight or sprint. But he's got a magic ring of speed as well, hasn't he? So he is quick. Okay, so we'll see what Ed decides to do. Right, okay, so that's him activated and as so equally out of combat as well. Yeah, so he's out of combat.
I'm just going to be a lynch away.
Yep.
Out of combat.
Okay, so back to Sam.
So. I think the dog's going to go in on.
Actually, I can move it anywhere from 8, isn't it?
Yeah, but you got to stay. Well, you got to stay in contact with the
but
building.
I can go around this side.
Yeah.
Which means
Yeah, could go around there.
we're going to go around the back and release him.
Yeah.
Because it keeps me.
Yeah.
So the dog's going to go for the squirrel.
Yep.
The squirrel's in the building.
Yep. Okay, so the kingfisher versus the mouse. So straight. Oh, actually, you're
unarmed. So.
Yep. So roll. Natural 6 though. He's perfectly fine. He don't care. So that's
now it crops up.
He's activated. Right. Okay. The hare's activated.
Do I? Because I've got to come this way anyway.
Yep.
So we might as well try and charge into the.
Yeah, but then you've got to try and get out of combat, and it's a free hit from that.
Unless I kill him.
Oh, the hare's injured him.
Yeah, could try. Marked him.
Because if I kill him.
No, he's injured.
He doesn't take the. He doesn't get the penalties.
Oh, of course he doesn't. Sorry. Yeah.
Whatever it's called.
How many wounds is the.
About 5, I think.
Cat?
Yeah.
He's only on 4.
Yeah, keeps going up and down. 4.
Yeah, but you've got no more spells.
I've got no more potions.
No.
He's
you
on
can't
4.
attack me this turn.
No.
If I hit him.
You've still got the dog to go as well.
But he could attack you next turn.
Yeah. But then if you run into the adder and damage.
Yeah, but the dog can't get me because the dog's only got a move of 6.
No, but he could lock you in by going 12 and then give you a -2.
Oh, true.
Like I do with the kingfisher. But then if you went straight into the cat, you've got that and your bulldog.
Yeah.
To have a go.
So if I'm going to stand a chance of doing it, I'll stand a chance of doing it now.
Yeah, but you don't need. I mean, technically, you can win. You can win this game by just running him off.
Yeah.
If you go into combat, there is the chance that you will roll a 1, and then in the next round he'll roll a 10 and you roll a 1, and that's your squirrel dead. So it's just whether you want to gamble or not.
No, we're not. We're just going to run for it. So we're going to emerge.
Yeah. So 9 to the edge.
There we go.
Then, as it's a sprint, it will be D8.
Whoa.
+1 to get across the river. Well, see. That's what happens when you all burn your
5.
So 6 across, which is still going to be enough to really get him
well.
So he's going to be well away from the terrier as well, because that's the
And then I've still got my +3 for my ring, because that's just a D8 move.
Oh, I thought it was only +1.
No, it's +3.
Right. Well, the first one would have taken you to there.
Yeah.
So then I've been giving you +1. So because you had 6, you got 2 more inches. Because I gave you +1 for the ring, not 3, because I forgot it was completely bent.
I want one though.
Yeah.
You've got to find a sunken ship and then roll really, really well.
So the squirrel is legging it back towards base with the secret mission that he's got, having been released, and it's back over to Sam.
Will help.
Because the adder can't get the hare can't get to the adder this turn.
No.
So it's the
Mouse.
mouse.
No, it's the bulldog.
Oh,
Probably
bulldog.
go next. Yeah, because that makes more sense.
Yeah.
And it makes sense.
Well, it doesn't actually make any difference because he's only got the adder left himself. So
Yeah. No, but it makes sense for the. I'm going to hit the cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So -1 each. So that
I need a
nullifies each
12.
other.
I've got an 8.
So you do win by 5. Okay. But you win by 5 minus. So in actual fact, you've got 7, haven't you? Because you've got +2 for the shield. So you win by 1. What's your natural strong?
3.
So that takes you up 4.
Shield and tough 1.
No, you only got tough 1, haven't you?
Tough 1.
So 3 damage.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Not enough for the second wound, but it's
No,
going to
not
help.
quite.
He's 1 away though.
Okay, and then just the adder to finish off. So the spell's currently on the cat.
Yep.
for the last
I
activation
might.
of the rogue.
Make sure that hair definitely won't get him.
Just run
Yeah.
away.
And go 12 to there.
Yeah. Okay.
Because then if need be, I can pop out and cast that spell again.
Yep. Okay. And then it's just a little mouse, isn't it?
Yeah, mouse is going to punch the
Yeah, Kingfisher. So you're at -2 because you've got armed. 2. And you're at +1. Yeah,
5
no problem.
damage.
Okay, right, so end of the turn. Into turn 8. Okay, and roll off.
8.
Okay, so the rogues win the roll off. So the all important.
Ties.
Okay, so what are you going to do now then?
I don't know whether to attack the dog or to try and break off the kingfisher and tie a squirrel up, but then the squirrel's just going to chew the kingfisher up.
Yeah.
I will just run away
Yeah, he'll just run away anyway.
because you're on.
Because
You're not being charged
worst
bonuses.
that the squirrel's going to do is 13 points of damage, so he's not going to kill the squirrel anyway. And I think probably 22 would get him off the board anyway on the sprint this turn.
But then do I back the kingfisher out into the bulldog for the added bonus?
You could, but then the mouse would just charge in and then take that bonus away anyway.
In that case, we'll go with
You
the
can't
cat.
go within an inch of the
Oh, yeah,
enemy
actually,
unless
'cause
you're charging.
Yeah.
So you can't come in to join me
Correct. He'd be breaking off.
because the break off is the manoeuvre itself.
Mhm. So in that case, the cat will go
Yep.
with the spell.
Okay. So D10 versus the block of the dog.
8.
Okay. So win by 3. Okay. What's your natural strong?
2.
Natural strong is 2, so win by 5 plus the 2 for the spell. Win by 7 minus your tough
So I've got my shield for
Yeah.
block
and your tough.
and my tough, which is 4.
Okay, so 7 minus 7, no damage.
I thought he was tough 3, the dog. Or was he tough 4?
Tough 4.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, he's a big dog.
Because at the beginning I had to take tough because I kept getting chest wounds.
Yeah. Okay, so Ed's action.
Funny enough, McNutter or
Squirrely squirrel watch.
Sire Nutkin
Yeah. So
is going to do a double move.
Okay, so
So
first
we'll go
move.
9 to there,
Yep.
and then the second move will be 9.
Yeah, and that gets him off the board.
Oh yeah, because I'm in my
Yeah,
5-inch deployment zone.
Okay, so the game will end at the end of this round. Mission succeed.
Me then.
Yep.
The
Your dog may as well hit me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was just in obviously the dog or the kingfisher.
Well, the kingfish. Well, yeah. It I guess
Doesn't matter
Doesn't
what,
make a
which
lot of
way.
difference.
No.
I think the kingfish is safe against the mouse anyway. So go
Yeah.
for the
So
go for the dog.
The dog will attack.
Yeah.
The,
He's got to do a fear check.
oh, he has.
Oh yes, yes he does.
With his
Fortitude.
fortitude. 6. 6.
1.
Okay, so you're definitely not scared of the dog.
He's fine.
So no bonuses.
Okay, and right, straight roll off.
Natural 8.
Natural 8.
Yeah, D6.
Too little, too late, I think.
5.
5. So 15. 15 versus the 5 of the dog. Okay, so it takes it down to 10 so far. But then you add the shield, which will deduct 3, takes it down to 7.
2-handed.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Takes it down to 7. There's an order to this.
Sorry.
Okay, takes it down to 7. Then back up to 9 because there's extra opponents.
Yep.
Okay, so it's, you win by 9.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then you add your strength.
1.
Okay, so it takes it to 10.
Yeah.
Plus the double-handed takes it to 13. Then we deduct his tough,
Takes it to 9.
which is 4.
Yeah.
Takes it down to 9. Okay, 9 points of damage.
7, 8, 9. I'm 1 point away from death.
And unfortunately, and you can't get him.
No.
Kingfisher can get him.
No, because you
No,
can't
can't.
break off and attack someone else. So he survives by 1.
So my next activation.
No. He's gone.
Why?
He's -1 because he's got a wound already.
No, that puts me on my last wound, so I need 1 more to die.
Yeah, but how many
I'm
wound increments have
literally,
you
I've got
got?
1 red box left.
Yeah, but how many did you have at the start?
2. You've done 2 red
So
boxes.
I've just counted up. So, yeah, so,
Yeah. So you've just taken 9
so I
damage.
was on 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah.
9.
But so you have to add another one.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you're technically on 16.
So he's out of action.
Well, no, because you need 17 to take him out of action,
Oh, yeah.
because obviously the way that they do it up north.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're on 16 damage, which is -5.
Yeah.
But apparently that's okay because you're not out of action. You're just really badly injured.
I'm really badly injured.
Okay.
You got me all excited then.
Yeah, but at least we got it right. So yeah, 16 points of damage on the massive dog. So 1 away. I don't think there's anything else we can magically add to that.
No.
No, unfortunately. Right. Okay. So back over to Ed. So the hare
Can't do anything.
can't do anything. He's not in range. So you might as well go with the mouse.
Or the dog.
Yeah, but they're both activated, so you might as well go with the mouse.
Oh yeah, we'll hit the mouse.
3,
Two,
it's at -2, so it becomes a 1. So you can't lose because you're at +1 for the buckler anyway. You're at +1 for the buckler.
Yeah, +1 for the buckler, you win automatically.
Okay, so it's now your go. You can't do anything with the adder, so you might as well go with the kingfisher.
Yeah.
So attack the mouse.
6.
Natural 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so that becomes a 2,
2, yeah.
for Ed because he's unarmed. And
It's not going to take me out of action.
no, it's not. So it's 13, 14 minus 2, 12. Not bad, but it's only 12 points of damage. So he's at -3. He's effectively wounded. Then it's the dog.
Yeah.
So against the wildcat.
Unless I roll a 12, it's not going to do anything.
Oh,
it's an
11. It's not bad.
-5, which is 6.
Versus 6 minus 1, but you get your shield, so you're okay. Right, okay, then it's just the adder who's going to do nothing, and that subsequently ends the game with victory to the Royalists, only just.
Because not so fast.
And,
Sanutkin.
yeah, Sanutkin. So Sanutkin managed to bolt out, literally like Usain Bolt, run off and win the game, and also win the secondary mission, which is he needs to get the intel back to the Royalists.
The first time
there's a
I've
new
ever
bunch of
completed
rogues in
2
the area.
missions in 1.
Sam, however, did get his secondary mission, which was to actually take out more of the enemy than he lost. So at least he does get the secondary mission, and that ends the game.